here. Last time my husband was like on my channel like this, he was doing my makeup, and you actually did a blue eyeshadow look.
Did I? With
Yeah.
the little highlight thing?
Yeah. We filmed Husband Does My Makeup Challenge. And, you weren't my husband at the time.
No.
You're my fiance, does my makeup challenge. And we'll do that again at some point. I feel like maybe he stepped up his game because now he knows a lot more about makeup.
I wouldn't say a lot more.
But I feel like you do.
Definitely more.
But we are here to answer some questions because we just celebrated our 16-year anniversary.
That's been such a long time.
Dude. So we've been together for 16 years, married going on 4.
Yeah.
In October, we'll be 4 years married, and then 16 years as a whole together. What's that been like married to me?
Oh, it's exhausting.
I know, for real it is. All right, so I asked so many people questions, and I got quite a few questions in return. And we're going to start off with the ones that I got on YouTube, and then I'll do my Instagram ones. So someone says, how y'all help each other out through hard times, best couple memories, and best of beauty for men. So how have we helped each other out through hard times?
I don't know. Being able to listen is probably the biggest factor.
That took a lot of time to learn that though, because it has not always been easy. I think over the last 6 to 7 years, our communication has gotten a lot better, and listening to each other has gotten a lot better. But I think helping each other out, there has been fights, but honestly, it's just sitting down and talking about it, talking to each other about it.
Yeah, communicating.
Yeah.
Not communicating is a disaster.
Yeah. What would you say our best couple memory is?
I mean, there's so many over the length of time. There's different vacations. I guess most recently would probably be Vegas.
Yeah. I think the one that stands out the most, besides obvious things like our weddings and stuff like that, would be standing in the Grand Canyon with you. That was... Yeah. Yeah, that was incredible. Because we went with our best friends, and they went off to go do their own thing, and it was just me and you sitting there, and we just got to talk and sit there and look at the Grand Canyon. I remember I started crying, saying I never thought in my life I'd ever see something like this.
Well, that and you don't just get to go down in the Grand Canyon.
No, yeah, we did a helicopter tour.
Tour that happened to allow it, and that just happened to be the tour that I had found.
Right.
If I would have searched a different link, I would have picked a different thing. We never would have gotten that experience.
Yeah. So. It was cool. That was a cool one. And then best of beauty for men.
Nothing.
Good luck. He doesn't do anything like that. I have to give him skincare that I'm given to help him out. Other than that, he doesn't really know anything about makeup for men.
Nope. Zero.
You could try.
I use right now? I think I use the
Murad. He uses Murad.
Face lotion stuff, and that's about it.
Yeah. So what is one big thing you both really love about each other or made you fall in love with each other?
Candor.
On whose end?
Yours.
Y'all call it. Sometimes I have been told in my life that sometimes I am too honest.
Oh yeah, no, it's a pro and a con.
No, 1,000%. My honesty has gotten me into so much trouble over the years. I've lost friendships over the years because I've just been too honest. People told me I need to learn how to bubble wrap my opinions or what I say, because they're you're too honest. Some things you got to keep to yourself. So I feel like that is something you did appreciate because you know exactly what you're gonna get. I think one of the things that made me fall in love with you was your sense of humor.
Yeah. But yet you don't laugh when I tell a joke?
Well, it's
you've heard it
different.
100 times.
I don't know. It's your sense of humor, and I will say that he is literally the most patient man in the entire world. He has to deal with me. And I don't know, your ability to just love and accept me for who I am. You make me feel like I'm pretty even when I'm not pretty. And when I have really bad gassy issues, you still love me for it, and we laugh.
So a daily basis.
But we laugh about it. I don't know. He's my best friend. Okay, 2 questions. Does your husband also like to read? I'll let you answer that.
My friends joke around and say that I don't know how to read, simply because I hate books that much.
So I guess there's a study that recently came out that said that only 50% of the world population can't visualize what they read.
Right.
And when I read, I don't realize I'm reading. To me, I'm seeing a movie inside my head. Everything's a movie. It's my eyes just I'm transported into the world, right? I'm part of that world. For him, he said it's just words on a page.
And I end up zoning out. and then I'll read a whole chapter, and by the end of the chapter I have no idea what the hell I just read. I'm just like, what happened? I don't even, and I have to go read it again, and it's terrible.
That's so sad.
Even if there's like a TikTok where the blurb is like a paragraph, halfway through I'm like, I give up. I don't.
Yeah, that's so sad.
It's just attention. I can't hold the attention to it.
Oh. And then any future collabs on the horizon? No, I wish. Okay, so here is a really long one, which I thought was really cool. It says, Allie, I've never participated in a Q&A before, so here we go. I would like to ask about Corey's involvement with your role in the beauty community. Is it something he just tolerates because he cares about you, or does he actively engage in the interest with you? What would you say to that?
Oh, it's a biased answer if I answer it, so.
So, I mean, I have a lot of friends who are in the beauty industry, and I can see how my husband is versus other husbands, and everybody has their own cup of tea, and I'm not going to judge anyone and how they have the relationship, but I will say he is actively engaged in the beauty space because he has gone with me to every single launch. Like when I used to be a big Jeffree Star fan, we would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go to the Morphe store, sit there, and he wouldn't just be there on his phone. He'd be talking to everybody in line and like having conversations with them. He would go get up and get everybody coffee in line. He'd go get the GM of the Morphe store coffee and go get her gift cards, and she would then turn around and be really sweet and give us like stuff that hadn't really been on display yet, and we were able to do that. Like, you've been involved in every single launch. You had paid for so many launches that I could not get. And not only that, he talks to guests on a daily basis about makeup because he knows so much about it.
Oh, yeah. Bartending, I'll hear guests talk about stuff and I'll be like, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I would say you're actively engaged. And like, you know the brands that I talk about all the time. Yeah. Okay, it says, aside from filming, which I did watch where he applied your makeup, I was learning about some of the behind the scenes tasks, such as helping to open PR packages, recycling the boxes, puller mailers they arrived in, assisting with decorating interior design of your backdrops, those type of things. So I would say the only thing that Corey really does behind the scenes is just getting my PR packages or getting my mail. Other than that, I do everything myself. I do the filming, I do the editing, I do the decoration. Whenever I do like fun intros when it comes to like Lunar Beauty, for example, all like the Halloween stuff, that's all me. Everything is all me. Sometimes you're there just to help film with the camera, but other than that, it's literally all me. So
I take trash out when there's 400 PR boxes.
There's actually some over there they had to go take out. Yeah. I feel like that's just me. What is your biggest insecurity? I feel like my biggest insecurity is I feel like nobody likes me and that I'm not worth it on a daily basis. You know, I struggle with that.
You bring it up all the time.
Yeah. My biggest insecurity is being here, essentially. Because I feel like I'm not worth being here, and that's just my insecurity.
Not true.
Well, that's just how I feel.
Right.
Yours? If you had to think of one.
I don't know. I guess being just enough or not enough, I guess. I don't even know.
You're more than enough.
No.
Yeah, you are. Okay, a little random, but whether you're out to eat at a local pub or on a cruise, how do you both manage receiving an incorrect order meal that is not prepared to your specifications? For instance, a pasta dish is brought to the table barely lukewarm, or do you request a medium rare finish that comes out well done? How would you deal with that type of situation? Well, we're both from the service industry. I've been a server for 12 years, and you're still in the service industry. You're a bartender at Disney. If you guys don't know, he does bartend at Disney. I think, I feel like I could say this. I'll let you speak for yourself, though. Every time my food has come out incorrect, I just go to him, I go, oh my God, this is so wrong. Like, I don't like it. It doesn't taste good. This wasn't what I wanted. And the server comes over, how's your thing? I'm like, oh my God, it's great. It's so good. Like, we recently went to a restaurant. I was not the biggest fan of the food. So just because I didn't want to be that person, I just asked for a to-go box. I said, oh, I'm just not that hungry. We put it to go, and then I threw it away in the trash. I don't ever say anything. I think the one time I've ever said anything was, two instances in the 12 years I've been doing this industry. When my steak came out completely rare, like it looked like they didn't even cook it. And then when we had recently went to out with Alyssa and Juan, and I ordered a drink, and the drink was just disgusting.
I feel like
we were at T-Rex.
There's a thing with that though.
Yeah.
Is you ordered something and you just genuinely didn't like what you ordered. It wasn't necessarily a mistake on preparation or anything.
No, we did talk about how the alcohol tasted way too off. Like, the alcohol was way too much.
Oh, the balance? Yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's the bartender. I think that's the person that created
right.
that drink.
And that's when I just went, I'm so sorry. I was like, I really don't like this drink. I was like, I'm more than happy to pay for it. I was like, can I get something else? And the server was really cool. It's all about how you handle it. But I am that type of person. I refuse to say something, so I will just pretend that I like it. Just like you do the same exact thing. We pretend that we like it, and then we'll go, we're never going back there, and then we'll go hit up something else on the way home because we're starving.
Which has happened before. I will, 9 times out of 9, never send anything back unless it has to do something with, like, undercooked chicken.
Yeah.
Like, this chicken is raw, that's unedible. So that's a different circumstance. Besides that, if it's with other people, or for other people rather, then I will be probably one of the first people to say anything. Like, remember when Caleb's food came out wrong?
Oh yeah. So Caleb, one of our dear friends, he's really allergic to fruit.
Oh yeah, unprocessed fruit.
And we went to a Disney restaurant, and the server, like, he told the server, "Hey, I'm really allergic to fruit."
He wanted a cheeseburger and fries, but tomato is a fruit. Ketchup is processed. It's fine. So just make sure there's no tomato, or if you put lettuce on it, make sure that the lettuce is in contact with tomato, so cross-contamination, XYZ. And they ran the food out as a cheeseburger, and instead of fries, it was a bowl of fruit. What?
Yeah, we all had to laugh at it.
So I instantly was like, excuse me, hello. This is literally what the person is allergic to. And you were like, oh, you're allergic to this? Here, have it. Put it in your face.
Oh my God, Caleb's face
I was like,
is priceless.
what are you doing?
Yeah. So that was one instance, and another instance that we will stand up, because we will never say anything about our own food.
No.
So with she's going to kill me.
Who?
Paige.
Oh, the ravioli? Yeah, but I didn't even say anything. I thought it was hilarious.
Okay, so we had gone out for Paige and Jarvis had come down to visit us for one of our friends, Alicia and Cameron's birthday. So we all went to this Italian restaurant, and Paige
likes the simpler things in life. So she got this big ravioli dish, which was like, I think it was 3 huge ravioli, and it was supposed to be like a marinara and a pesto sauce kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
Or like drizzled over or something. And she wanted it without the marinara completely. She just wanted the pesto sauce on the side so she could do it herself, because she's pickier.
Yeah.
And when it came out, it was a massive bowl with 3 boiled ravioli laying in it, and that's it.
That's
nothing
all she
else.
had.
It was just
that's it.
It was a bowl with 3 like freshly pulled out of boiling water ravioli by itself. No garnish, no sauce, nothing. So we all looked at it and we'd laugh because it was like a $30 entree, and we're like, you paid $30 for that. That's hilarious.
So then we asked for the sauce because
Paige
was too sweet. She would know. She's like, no, it's fine.
I was like, no, because she did ask for it the right way. It just something was lost in communication. Whatever. Yeah. So I was just like, hey, I need a side of pesto or whatever on the side.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
But yeah, it was that. That wasn't really a bad thing.
No. Okay, so question number 4. Is it easy for you to accept help from other people? For instance, you have tasks to complete at work that can be delegated to another team member, but unfortunately your name is your name is the lead name, and any mistakes or superb entries will directly affect on you. Do you take on the majority of the work, or do you trust team members easily do the job? Are you even the kind of person who does nearly all the work even though other employees are on the team, or do you feel comfortable passing the work along and briefly reviewing it before the final submission? I do not like asking for help. And I think you're the same way.
I like to do a majority of myself.
Yeah.
However, like when it comes to like bartending, for example, I work in a very high volume restaurant, so we're like stuck on the service well for hours at a time. And I'm the first person to call and be like, I need ice, I need glassware, I need this, instead of just waiting until I have a chance, getting the bare minimum, and then running and getting it myself. I will ask for it because I want it to run. But if it's like little tasks, I'll do everything myself.
I'll do everything, yeah. I rather be the one that suffers the consequences if I fail than anybody else, so I will never ask for help. I will find a way, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'd rather be the only one that takes the fall for something. And then the last part to that question was, if you could be any age for the rest of your life, what age would you choose and why?
Basically where I'm at now.
Yeah, I would stick at this age because I love my maturity, and I love where I'm at and like my maturity level now, that like I wouldn't want to change this part. So this is where I'd be.
Right.
Okay, so the next question is, this one's a good one. Each of your family always liked each other, meaning does his parents love you and does yours love him? So his family is not in our lives. His family has pretty much not been in our lives since pretty much 18.
Yeah,
off and on.
minus a few members here and there I was in contact with, but now
Yeah.
over the past probably 6-7 years, I haven't talked to anyone in my family at all.
So no, they're not a fan of me. I'm not a fan of them, but my family absolutely loves Corey.
Yeah.
My family
Rightfully
loves him.
so.
Yeah. I mean, like, even, like, because there was a time where we did split, and even when we split, my parents made it very well known that, like, Corey is still their son. So, like, he's still welcome there. Even if, like, I didn't want him there, he was still welcomed. And I was like, what happens if he's, like, a new girlfriend? They're like, she's welcome, too. I was like, no!
Such a weird scenario.
Yeah, it was. But my parents do love you.
Yes.
For sure. What is your fave and least favorite thing about each other?
I thought we had that question already. It's a candor.
Oh, well, I guess no, that was like what you fell in love with. What is your least? Okay, but what's your least favorite thing about me?
Candor. I told you, it's a double edge.
What would you say my least favorite thing about you is?
It's your favorite or least favorite thing. I can't answer it for you.
I think my least favorite thing is when you sit on the couch and you wiggle your toes and I have to sit there and listen to the sound of it.
Petty.
Oh
I
my
thought it was
god.
going to be something more dramatic than
No,
that.
that's just so annoying. I have to listen to it. So has your relationship changed over the years? What is something that used to be very important but it's not now? And what has become very important to you? So I would say way back in the day, what used to be important that's definitely not important now is we used to have Thursday be our date day. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Way back in the day. And that was like our day. And it's definitely not that anymore. I was kind of more, I don't want to say the word controlling because it's not the right word, but I was like, no, this is our day. We have to have this day. Like, this is our day to do everything together. And that has definitely changed.
Right. So, like,
rightfully so.
College classes can't be on Thursdays. Couldn't pick up at work like that kind of. It was
it was like our day.
From fucking sun
Mind you, I was like
sundown.
21, 22 at the time.
Yeah, it was stupid priorities.
Yeah. But now that's not the same. Now, like, our least favorite thing, like, now that, like, what is important now is just our, like, quality time together.
Yeah, and communication.
And our intimacy time. And not just, like, that way, but, like, truly, like, just the intimacy that we share. That is very important to me.
Going and doing things together.
Yeah. And that just keeps the relationship alive that I really love. Oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to answer this one. What's your favorite makeup look on me?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, because they're all so very different. It's hard to pick just one. Usually the Star Wars-ish ones tend to end up being really well.
You like those ones a lot? Yeah.
Dark green usually works out really well, too.
Okay. I thought you were saying my red lip.
Oh, yeah, but that's with, like, it goes with everything.
Yeah.
It's like jeans. Like, jeans go with everything.
True. If money wasn't a subject, where would you like to travel to? Scotland.
Japan, Australia.
Ooh, Australia. We gotta go pester James.
Oh, that's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah, Western Australia, too. Now, like, yes, touristy Sydney stuff, but you also want to see, like, you want to go to Japan and go to Tokyo, but then you also want to go, like, to the rural stuff, too. So Thailand is nice, too.
Scotland.
Rural Thailand, where you see, like, all the crazy beaches and stuff.
Bora Bora, the Maldives.
Yeah, everything, literally.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Do you guys have any music you guys both bond over or love?
No. No.
We used to. I used to be
My genre hasn't changed.
I used to really be into, I don't even know what their genre would be classified as.
Probably a little bit more mainstream metalcore. Now is what it would be called now.
Okay.
Back in the day, it was just called, like, metal-ish.
I used to really be into that with him when I had my bright red hair. I was really into the rock music, rock scene.
Yeah.
But I'm a Swiftie. If I'm not listening to, like, stuff like that, I'm listening to soundtracks. I love soundtracks. You know I love soundtracks. I used to hide my love for soundtracks over the years. I would always be so secretive about it because, like, no one knew that my favorite thing in the world to listen to was soundtracks. But you were the only one that did. Like, musical scores. But now I've been more open about it, and like we're so excited because like I'm so excited. I say we, but I'm so excited. Like Hans Zimmer's coming into town, and he did like Pirates of the Caribbean, Interstellar, and all this type of soundtracks, and we get to like go see him live, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna cry, especially when he does The Lion King. I'm gonna cry. Like that's the type of stuff I'm into. So definitely a different taste. Of course, I know you love Taylor, but I also love to know the other artists, bands, and genres you two love. I didn't finish the question.
So name artists, bands, and genres.
Another artists that I love, besides like musical scores, I guess what do I listen to?
So Taylor Swift is an artist, obviously. Next artist.
So it's been so long. I mean, the only thing I'm listening to next is like Bring Me the Horizon and Bad Omens and stuff. Other than that, I'm not really listening to too much.
No,
whatever's on the radio.
Grande, Rihanna.
Oh, Rihanna. Yes, Rihanna. Riri. Yeah. What goals do you guys both have in the next 5 years?
5 years? Probably buy a house.
Yes.
Graduate.
Yes. Be doing YouTube full time and being a successful content creator and making enough money to help take care of both of us. That's a big goal. So that's my goal. Name one pet peeve that drives you crazy that the other does. I know you have some. He leaves his clothes on the side of the bed instead of putting them in a dirty hamper that's right in the closet 5 feet away.
Yeah, so that's called purgatory. There's items that you can wear multiple times without washing them, like a pair of jeans, for example.
But you're notorious. I'm like the hamper is right here.
So the hamper is for clothes that are gone, done, need to be washed.
So then what's one?
Then there's purgatory, and then there's clean.
That's just
there's
called
3
being lazy.
stages. Yeah.
What would you say mine is? Because I know one that you bitch at me about all the time.
Everything.
No.
What, the toilet paper?
Yeah, he gets mad because I don't put the toilet paper like on the roll.
It'll be empty, and she'll take a new roll and set it on the counter. And I'm like, just take
right
off
there.
the thing. The trash is directly below it, and then put the new one on. No,
I think we both got into like a little argument about that. You said I will keep leaving clothes on the floor until you learn how to put this on here.
Right.
Yeah, that's I feel like our big pet peeve.
I'm also gonna start hiding the toilet paper, so you have to actually like put it on the roll.
No, because the other day you needed it and I saved you. So where are you
No,
gonna hide it to?
I mean, like moving it to where it's still reachable, but not where you would look for it. So that way you'd be like, "Wow, this is not where I wanted it to be." So you'd put it where it should go in the first place.
Yeah, I think I have a good question. What is your love language, and how do you two keep this spark alive in your marriage after being together for so long? Boy, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
My
These
love
questions
language
are for you, not me.
They're for both of us.
Well, I mean, they were written to you.
My love language, I think my love language is words of affirmation and quality time is my love language. Yours, I know what yours is. Mm-hmm. What is it?
Acts of service, I think is what it's
called.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he does acts of service. And how do we keep our spark alive?
Doing things.
Well, besides that, yeah. But
going on even like a beach day or something, like going out and doing things. Doesn't mean like spending money, but like go to the parks or go to
playing Fortnite. Mm-hmm. I think the reason why we also keep our spark alive is I think we always made sure that our friendship is just as important.
Well, yeah.
Like, you're my best friend.
Your best friend.
Yeah, my best friend.
We get the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, we do a little mashing.
Netflix.
We just can do a little heart, little
yeah,
best friend.
Isn't this the old way to do it? What's the new generation?
I don't know.
Where it's like some
weird. Like this. Like I think it's like this.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Everything is different.
I don't know. I think it's just us being like best friends. What YouTube channel do you watch?
I watched all educational stuff. Like
he does
coding,
not watch mine, just so you all know.
Coding and all that other stuff.
So. My YouTube channel that I would watch religiously, and I'm just so upset because they haven't posted in almost a year. You know who it is? Corey's Kitchen. Man, I love him.
Because my name is Corey Kitchen.
Oh, I love him. I'm a samurai warrior, man. Come on.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. What is your most memorable and heart-touching thing you guys have done for each other?
For each other? Say with each other, that's easy. But for each other, I don't know.
I mean, I guess I could speak. I mean, if I'm going to be candor, you are bending over backwards, busting your ass, giving everything you have so I can keep doing this dream without giving it up.
That's about it, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's exactly what it is. What I'm doing for you, well, I don't know. What do I do? What's the best thing I've done for you?
Support.
Yeah. It's not as good as yours, though.
I mean, support's more important than you think it is. That's one of those, like, invisible things that you need. And without it, you crash and burn. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, it doesn't feel as good as yours. So a number one question that people kept asking us too is babies. When are we starting a family? When are we having babies? When are we starting a family? I do like it because someone did point out that we already kind of have a family. We do have 2 German Shepherds who are very much our babies, our children. But like as in terms of like having babies, that's a question that I get all the time. I've answered it so many times at this point. I don't know.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But no one's actively seeking it out.
At this time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of where we are right now. But we already started a family. We started a family on April 6th of 2019. We got Kaya. And then on June 26th of 2020, when we got Koa. They are our everything. They act like kids. They cost us a fortune. And they're the absolute, like, best things that ever happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
We always fight about our dogs, too. Like if God forbid anything were to happen.
It's your dog.
It's my dog. Oh, yeah. Koa is mine. So is Kaya. You guys can post more stuff on your vlog channel together.
The vlog channel is
That
always
was on
difficult.
him, yeah.
Well, it's because the editing goes on me, but I'm in school, so it's hard to kind of
Yeah.
edit. Like, I don't want to just slap together, like, talking videos. I want to have some sort of, like, entertaining part to watch, and that's what takes 8 hours to edit.
Yeah. But eventually we want to get back into vlogging more. It's just a little bit harder right now with me, you know, doing a part-time YouTube, part-time other job, and now on my mission to get a 3rd job and you doing school.
Yeah. Unless vlogging is, like, your primary channel, look at every influencer out there that has a side vlog channel, and they're almost never kept up with because it's a lot more difficult than it seems.
My hair is so crazy.
You have to consistently find something to do that's interesting enough to film and film hours worth of content for it to get a 10-minute video.
Yeah.
Because you cut out everything.
Yeah. So Betty wants to know, when were you cruising with them again? Yeah. Betty, you know we're down to cruise anytime with you. Mm-hmm. You know that. We said last time we went on a cruise together, we are doing this again. So that is definitely something we are doing.
Oh, they go on vacations way more than we do.
I know.
Mm-hmm. But let's do it.
I'm so down. Let's see. Would you guys like to buy a house someday?
Well, yeah. Hello.
Yeah. It's so hard. It's so hard to buy a house right now.
Right. Do you want to wait until they're done?
Oh, no. I'm so used to them being there now. It's our neighbors. Mm-hmm. It's our neighbors, and I think I freaked them out because so we recently got our letter of renewal, and not that I know this, but I know this because I'm friends with one of the people who live there. Their lease is not up until the end of the year. So I asked them, well, I texted them, do you guys plan on staying? Because we got our letter of renewal, and you guys are a factor into our decision.
Right.
Yes, and she got back to me. She said that they don't think they're going to leave. They have they haven't really talked about it, but they don't really have plans on leaving because they really like it here. So that's a huge factor, because I'm not kidding when I say that we lived through hell when our old neighbor used to be up here. It was pure hell. I think that was the time that you and I probably fought the most, truly fought the most.
Yeah, because it became overly stressful.
Oh my God, especially for me, because he was gone at work all day, and then I was stuck here, and it was affecting my job to film. But it wasn't just that, it was like an all night thing, and it was just so bad. And so like I'm so scared that like if they leave, we'll have something like that again. So they do play a factor.
You just never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, and I like them.
Like 5-ish kids that were left alone all the time.
Yeah,
like
run around like
the
crazy.
The parent would leave, and
she
then it
didn't
would
care.
be 5+ kids screaming, running, throwing things, throwing balls
from like
against
6
the wall.
down, like 6 to like 9-month-old. Like it just was. It was so bad.
I think there was one that was like 12 that would watch everyone.
Cops had to get called numerous times. It was just really bad.
It was like playing soccer against the wall.
Yeah.
And they would just kick it, boom, boom,
and it wasn't
boom,
unfortunately
or screaming or yelling. Yeah, it was bad.
And it wasn't just us. Like apparently every single tenant that lived underneath her had filed complaints against her.
We were like the 4th or 5th one that had complained about this person.
Yeah. So it was just really, really, really bad. So I think that's why I creeped them out. But because I'm like, please don't leave. Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. So I'm like, please don't leave. What was something that you didn't think you would like? Okay, what is something you didn't think Corey would like for you when you first started dating?
What does that mean? That's phrased weird.
I don't know.
What I would like for you?
What's something you didn't think that what's something you didn't think you'd like about me when we first started dating?
I don't know. That was An eternity ago.
Yeah. I was 18.
Right. I feel like personalities change so much that's kind of hard to pinpoint. Like what you were then and what I would have disliked then versus now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Read it again.
What's something you didn't think you would like for me when you first started dating? I think it was just a typo, but...
Well, it's because you're reading it wrong.
What is it?
What I would like you for. Not like for you.
Oh.
What's something I wouldn't like you for?
And
you're reading it for you, so I was like, for you. She's asking you.
I don't know. What I think you wouldn't like about me?
What's something about you that you didn't think I would like?
Me.
What?
Me. Yeah. Like my personality. Me. That you would just leave like everybody else has. That you just wouldn't like me.
Well, here
like
we
when
are,
you got to know
16
me.
years later.
Yeah. Another question we got is from Paige. I want to play some Fortnite.
Listen,
Yes, Paige. You know the answer to
it's
that.
Like 5 days a week that we play Fortnite with Paige and Jarvis.
Yeah. If you guys have a fight, what are some tips to not escalate it and to be able to move on?
Agree to disagree and come to some sort of a common ground or walk away.
Oh, well, we used to walk away.
No, I don't mean walk away like storm out. I mean walk away like move on from it and go on to a different topic.
Yeah, we used to walk away, and that would just lead to more fighting because I'm like, why you walk away and I'm in the middle of talking to you? But now it's like, if I'm trying to end the fight because I'm already done and I'm over it, you won't let me do that until we resolve the matter and we finish the fight.
Oh, yeah. Leaving things open-ended. I guess it's counterproductive to walking away.
Yeah, because I'd be like, okay, well, I'm just done. I'm done talking about this. Because I'd be so frustrated, and you'd be like, no, we're going to talk about this. Yeah.
Even if it's not, like, resolved. It becomes
and then, like,
sort of a resolution or common ground.
And then if our voice starts to raise or we start to get escalated in the fight, whether it's me or you at the time, I'll be like, there's no need to yell. Like, just talk to me. You need to just talk to me. And I feel like that's how we end up calming down. And then sometimes we'll just, like, stop the fight, take a couple hours, like, doing our own thing, and, like, we'll just start talking, like,
that's what
normal.
I mean by, I guess step away would be a rather
and then come back to the fight when you're not heated, when you're not mad, and then being able to talk normally.
Yeah.
Like when you're kind of over the defense, I need to be defensive mode. How was your proposal? Did Corey ask you to marry him, or was it the other way around?
Oh, it was me.
It was Corey.
Mm-hmm.
It was Corey on August 17th, 2027. On August 17th.
In the future?
2017, we were in St. Augustine when he proposed to me, and I feel like I ruined it. I mean,
you didn't ruin it.
Sort of.
But, like, mid me talking, you were like, are you proposing?
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
You were talking to me about how he was being really sweet because we had just lost our best friend, Jenna, at the time to cancer. And you were talking about how you're always going to be there for me. You know, life has been so, like, hard recently, but you've loved me so much. We've endured through so much. I remember I looked at you, I was like, why does it sound like you're proposing right now? And you said, because I am. And I went, no, you're not. And I look over and he's on one knee. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was at the very top of the lighthouse.
And then he wouldn't give me the ring because he's like, you're going to drop it.
No. She tried to take the ring out of the box. I'm like, we are at the top of a lighthouse, standing on the edge. You are going to take it, and it's going to fall, and we're never going to find it again. So I slammed the box closed, and you couldn't have it until we got down to the bottom.
Yeah, it was a smart move. How did we meet? And was it love at first sight?
No.
I love you, girly. Love you. No, it was not love at first sight. We met in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And when we met in high school, I thought he was a total asshole. Like, total asshole.
So nothing's changed.
No, we started off as, like, generally we met. And
it was a common friend group.
And so we met through that way. I remember he was so sweet, but silly at the same time. He had a girlfriend when he met me, and he only been dating this girl for like a week.
That's a typical high school relationship. Right. 7 days.
And I was like, and he was like, I'm gonna buy you a bag of Skittles. I'm like, no, you're not. He's like, yes, I am. And he showed up with a bag of Skittles and said, can I get your number? And I was like, no, you have a girlfriend. And he eventually was persuasive and got me to give my phone number to you. You called me that day.
I think because you made a comment of, I'll give it to you, but you're never going to call.
Yeah, and so you called me that day. And then on the phone, you're like, yeah, but I love my girlfriend. So, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why did you...
I don't know.
And it was kind of like that. We had, like, not that we were ever together. We had, like, on and off in high school. Like, where one moment I was liking you, and then you were liking me, but it was, like, never aligning at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then I left. I graduated. You were still in high school, and you called me because your dog passed away. And I hadn't talked to him in like 9 months. And I was like, why are you calling me? I forgot why you said you called me.
It wasn't that long because you had just graduated.
Yeah, but
you
at that point...
in like May, and that happened in July.
Yeah, but we weren't like really like friends like we used to be, though. We didn't talk like we used to.
No, yeah, it's just in passing. Because we were it's a group of like 15 of us that were all common friends.
His best friend at the time was still a pretty close friend of mine at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so you called me and I took care of you that day. Like we went out and hung out when you lost your dog, and the rest is kind of history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it?
I do remember the first time we hung out, though, was actually outside of, back when I was in high school. You were dating Kristen, and I picked you guys up. We went to the St. Cloud Lakefront, and I remember you fucking pissed over the side of the little boardwalk thing. And
because there's no restrooms out there.
And Kristen was like, "Why are you looking?" And I was like... Didn't realize I was. Also, there's a penis. What do you mean I'm not going to be like this? And
it's not like I was standing in front of you. It was you guys were over here and I was down on the end of the pier.
Yeah, but people always knew we were like meant to be together because they always saw us flirting. And then we went to Halloween Horror Nights, and I was terrified of roller coasters at the time. Like, terrified of roller coasters. And you got me on the Mummy. And
not a roller coaster.
No, but
he
had me sit between him and his girlfriend. The weirdest thing, you had me sit between you two. Then you held my hand.
And so did she.
Yeah, because he took my hand and said, hold my hand, I know you're scared. And then so I was like, well, let me grab your hand because I felt so awkward. And in the photo, you see me holding both of their hands, which I still have. And I remember Thomas was like, y'all are going to end up married one day. And we're always like, ew, no, never going to be together. Mm-hmm. Well, he was right.
Yeah.
I think you actually told him that too.
Yeah, like 10 years later, he reached out to me and he was like, I knew it.
Yeah. What was it like finding each other and falling in love again after you guys split? That's a good question.
It wasn't really finding each other, necessarily.
No, because unfortunately, we still worked together at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That was very hard. Very hard. I think for me, and I can let you speak for you. I think for me, I never stopped loving you. I think I thought I did. And I realized after it was too late that I still loved you, that it was like too late. You had already moved on or like dating somebody else. At least in my perspective that you were. Mm-hmm. So I was like resigned to just being, okay, I'm going to have to close that door. I have to live with my consequences. So I started to just move on with my life. We moved apartments. We separated completely. And I don't know. I started to move on. I genuinely started to move on. And then you're the one that came back.
Yeah.
I forgot what...
It was like a total of like 6 months of one going one way and then coming back, and one going the other way and then coming back. So
yeah. I think I remember that day because I remember I was running food that day, and I remember I saw you hug her, told her you love her and kiss her, but you were staring at me, and that was the first time that night you've ever like contacted me. And it was something like so silly. It was like, hey, is it okay if I use your Amazon account to buy this book for school?
Was it? I don't even remember.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you're fine. You can use the Prime. And that was it. And like you wanted to continue conversation, but I had shut down that door of conversation. And I think maybe because I shut down that door, I don't know if you realized, oh, fuck, like, this is really closing. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know. I think a couple weeks later is when you started to like want to talk to me and reconnect.
Yeah. I guess being with someone else or other people.
You realize that the grass is not greener on the other side.
Well, yeah, but there was issues, but we were able to realize that we can work past them because you're like, no, I want to go back there.
Yeah.
And just work on it instead of giving up.
Yeah. I think also for me, we've had this conversation like privately, but I have no regrets, and I don't think you do either. I mean, I regret that it happened.
Things could have been handled differently.
Right. I hate that it happened at work. So, like, our whole work knew about it, but that's the server world for you. But I would say I have no regrets because the relationship that I feel that you and I have now is so different than what we had prior.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost as if when we separated and, like, dated other people and then we came back together, it's like we just started over for the first time. Like, we still had obviously our previous history, but, like, we generally started over as, like, adults, and it's just so different. It's still so different. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You realize what you have when it's gone. I'll never lose you again. Unless I die. unless I die.
Where did that come from?
Well, that's how you're going to get rid of me at this point. What's our dream vacation?
Oh, there's so many places that I would want to go, and they're not anywhere near each other. I guess maybe Australia and Japan are close together.
But that's yours. My dream is still Scotland first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our friend Linda said, what are your movies that you two quote together way too often?
I think I quote very different movies than you do.
But we do quote one together often.
You'd have to remind me, because I can't think of that.
If I make my move.
Oh, Harry Potter, yeah.
We
Like the
quote,
OG
yeah,
one.
the Philosopher's Stone.
The original one, yeah.
Or Sorcerer's Stone, yeah. We quote that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, no! We quote that. And then we also...
I quote a lot of older stuff, like a lot
Yeah.
of Billy Madison stuff.
Yeah. We also, we quote, I think, Stranger Things to each other.
Mm-hmm.
We love Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we... Maybe Game of Thrones. Maybe we throw some stuff in there from Game of Thrones.
Possibly, like You Know Nothing.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But, I mean, it's not... I guess it's really what's trending and what we're watching
Yeah,
at the
that time.
That's more of a primary.
Yeah, but I think, if anything, the thing that we quote the most of for each other isn't, like, movies. It's the weirdest thing. Like, you could... So you guys can, like, you can come over here and ask right now. But you can go to any of our friends. They may say... Hey, Allie, what does this look like? And I may describe what it looks like. And then 20 minutes later, Corey has no idea. They'll go, hey, Corey, what does it look like? And he does the exact same description.
Yeah.
Or...
Not even just like it's an
it's
item.
like to
it's
the
like
T.
Detailed description.
Exactly
the same.
Or like I may come up to someone, like I may go to Alyssa and be like, oh my God, Alyssa, and I may tell her this story. And not 2 seconds earlier, Corey had told her just the exact same story. And she's like, dude, like y'all say the exact same thing at the same time. She's like, it's kind of creepy how you guys do that. Mm-hmm. Like
it's a hive mind.
Yeah, and we don't even realize we don't even
Stranger
realize.
Things reference.
Yeah, we don't even realize we do it. Like we don't even realize. Or people ask us something, we both say at the same time. We don't even realize that we are just like that. Like
we finish each other's sandwiches.
Yeah, we're so sweet. Another one is, does he work at Disney?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's common knowledge at this point.
Yeah, what do you do at Disney?
I am a lead bartender at a restaurant in Animal Kingdom.
Yes, and do you like it?
Yeah. The schedule's fantastic. It works with my school perfectly. And we're completely revamping the entire drink program and elevating it and adding all these crazy complex things. And
it's nice. It has its perks being married to a bartender sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question. Does Corey ever get upset with rude comments on your video?
No, because it doesn't matter.
Well, I think it's also the fact you don't ever see them. Like, you just generally don't.
Because I don't scan your comment section, but if you see something that you may bring up, I'm like, it doesn't...
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I have filters on my comment section because people were really rude back in the day. I also, if I see a comment that just doesn't align with how I feel, I just go ahead and delete it, or I block the person just because I don't need to have that, like, negativity on my channel. So I feel like you just don't really ever see anything like that. This is making me really emotional right now.
Yes.
No, I just feel like I'm really good at like deleting and blocking a lot of comments. So you feel like you don't see it, but the ones I have read to you, sometimes it gets to me and sometimes I'll vent to you about it for like half an hour, but normally you don't.
In the long term, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people say, I mean, the internet's insane.
Yeah, it is. It is. But thank you guys for sending all your questions in. I know so many of you guys have asked Corey to do my makeup. He did this right here. No, he didn't. No, but I will have him back to do a makeup challenge.
Yeah, we'll have to schedule it in.
No, he'll do it. I don't know. You'll have to like seriously go for it though. Like how full face, like what I'm wearing right now.
You act like just because I know things more doesn't mean my physical technique has somehow gotten better.
Still gonna have you do it.
I'm still gonna be brushing the same way I brushed 5 years ago.
That's fine.
Just because I have a different name for it.
But now you know about like contour and everything.
Can I do it? No. Do I know what it is? Sure.
You're gonna try. Just try. But thank you guys so much for sending all your questions in. It's been a fun 16 years together so far, and I hope we have the rest of our lives ahead of us.
Isn't that a soap opera?
Days of Our Lives?
Days of Our Lives.
My mom used to watch it. No, she didn't. She watched General Hospital.
See, that's like ADHD brain. Anyways.
Yeah, but anyway, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give it a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my our other channel, R for Life. At some point, we will post some vlogs over there.
I mean, there's watchable content there that I'm sure you haven't watched, so go check it out.
Go check it out. And the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, I love you.